What's good? Welcome to First String Podcast. On today's episode of First String Podcast, we had a one and only Travis Thomas in the building. So y'all know what that means. We about to play some bets, and later we gonna cash them checks. That's what we're gonna do. I hope y'all ready. Y'all know we started at a new time here, 7 o'clock for our guy Travis. So without further ado, let's go.
It's wartime, baby. This what you signed up for. This what we worked hard for. You for. Y'all the first string. Y'all gotta go set the tone now. Hey, let's go. Lace them up, it's the First String Podcast show. Hey, let's go. They spitting facts on the First String Podcast show. Hey, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Hey, let's go. Cause it's time for the First String Podcast show. Hey, let's go. Let's go. Lace them up, it's the First String Podcast show. Hey, let's go. Let's go. They spitting facts on the First String Podcast show. Imagine talking sports, having fun with the fam. At a starting lineup, First String is what you have. An entertaining stream with the Pro Bowl cast. When the viewers chime in, they gon' answer what you ask. Representing for the Queens, yeah, we got Lady A. A super knowledgeable woman who can break down any play. Said from the South, so he rep GA. The Falcons, the Bulldogs, the whole Peach State. Drunk Uncle Al, only way you can describe him. Every time he crack the mic, you know he gon' be wildin'. Last but not least, it's my man Toothpick. Commanders is a squad and he the captain of the ship. So if you feel the vibe, go ahead and tune in. Like, subscribe, recommend to a friend. Nah, for real, like, subscribe, and recommend this to a friend. Hey, let's go. Cause it's time for the First String Podcast show.
Welcome back to First String Podcast. Please do not forget to like and subscribe to First String Podcast. Hit the bell to enable alert for new content just like this. The most important part, though, is that you tell a friend to tell a friend about First String Podcast. That's how we grow. That's why we continue to do the show. So, y'all know Sid's in the building. Lady A is still in recovery from her vacation time. So she may not join us. And Al has things going on. This is Saturday. But without further ado, say it. What's good, man? How are you?
I was too busy enjoying the music. I messed around and muted myself.
Muted yourself doing the music. Yeah. Got you.
Right. It's that time of year. We ready to run through a brick wall. I'm getting my metaphor up.
Getting your metaphors ready? All right. Listen. What y'all know, this is our guy. Travis Thomas experience. I told y'all in the bio, a ball of energy, and he's ready to go too. Travis, what's good, man? How are you?
Hey, it's the First String Podcast show. Hey, I'm still rocking, bro. I'm still rocking.
Yeah, Jeff did that. Jeff did that right there. He crushed that, boy. Jeff,
how you guys doing, man? Good to be back with you guys, man.
Yeah, it's good to have you, man. It's so good to have you. Look, hey, my internet, my computer was working overtime, so please forgive me. Let's say what's up to everybody in the building real quick. We got Bruce is here. He says, what's up to everybody first in the building. We got Dump Truck Don in the building with his
Mister.
There you go. He said, I'm buffering. He started talking about I'm still using net zero, but it is what it is. I'm gonna make it work. So before we get off into our gambling aspect, there are a couple of things that I want to touch on with you. And the first one being your friend, Mr. 8 to the 9, Tana, is going up in the Raptors and on the first game of the season versus the New York Giants. They are going to put him in the Commander's Ring of Fame. Did you have a chance to reach out to Tana? And, how was it finding out that Tana's going up?
I did. I talked to him the day everybody found out. He was emotional, man. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it actually made me emotional how he responded to it because it meant so much to him. you know. So
Yeah.
it was a cool moment that we got to share. He's been checking in on me, you know, going on with some stuff with me personally as well. So we've been talking a lot lately anyway. So it just made a lot of sense to do it now if you're the Commanders. It feels like it's overdue, to be honest.
It's way
but
overdue.
It's overdue, but I'm glad it's getting done, and it's very deserving. And even Tana, like, as he got emotional about it and he was talking about it, he was still making it about other people. And I was like, yo, Tana, like, you got to kind of bask in this. You know, you earned this. Like, you should be celebrated. And I think he's still trying to let that settle because he's still thinking about everybody else. So I think that just shows the character of who he is.
Yeah, Mr. 8 to the 9 is amazing. Well, you know, your roots in our market were planted pretty deep. We know that you are in up in New England and the Boston area. You cover those teams well. This next one is going to be touchy for our audience, okay?
Yeah.
So, Mr. 17, number 17, Terry McLaurin.
Yeah.
Scary Terry is not happy with his contract, has requested a trade. And I would like to get it from your side of the world. How have what's the conversation up in Boston as to Mr. Scary Terry?
Well, the conversation is being led by me, okay? And I'm saying by any means necessary. You need to go get Scary, because for some reason, I can't understand it, and we all get the business side of things, but Terry is the guy you pay. That's the guy you invest in. He does everything right on the field. He does everything right off the field. He's about that life. He's about ball. There's no drama with him. There's no scandals with him. There's no issues with him. He's class personified. That's the guy you pay. You know, 30 years old, be damned. Mileage, be damned. He's not someone who's been, you know, injury prone. He's been available. He's been consistent. There are a number of teams, including the Falcons, who would love his services. But there are only one team in this league who has the most cap space, and that's the New England Patriots. Drake May doesn't hurt. I know Michael Penix doesn't hurt either. But again, cap space, a young quarterback, Mike Vrabel, I would give the edge over Atlanta and some other teams in terms of head coach. I think Terry, if you send a couple of these, you know, average receivers to Washington, that way you get something back. You get Terry, maybe a probably second round pick, maybe a second and a fourth, somewhere in there. I think you get the deal done.
Yeah, we don't want that deal to get done. We want Terry to stay right where he is.
Pay him.
We want Terry to stay right where he is. So just because you request a trade doesn't mean that it's going to happen. But I think it's the next part of the process when it comes to the business side of football. And that's what this is. This is the business side of football. They saw where they were last year with him. Mm-hmm. They know what they have without him. That's why they went to get Debo. But Debo is a legit number 2. He's not a number 1. And without Terry on the field, the defense can focus on Debo, and then the offense has nothing. And you want to keep Jaden's maturity rate or his ability on an upward trajectory, and you do that with a legit number 1 and a legit number 2 wide receiver. That is all of the.
What's the holdup, pick?
What is the holdup?
Yeah,
the sides are not communicating, and you can't get anything done if you don't communicate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got to talk. You got to get into a room. You got to talk. You got to put feelings aside. They both want to be. Adam Peters wants him here. Terry wants to be here. If Terry's number is 34, let's do this, okay? Say it. I'm gonna need you to play along with this, okay? All right. So,
GM said.
Yeah. GM said, right?
Hold on.
He getting his GM hat on.
No. Say it as the owner. Let's say it be the owner. So say
you Arthur Blank.
He gonna be the owner, right? You're Adam Peters and I'm Terry. All right. Let's play this out. So Said is going to give Travis a number that, hey, this is the number that I can't go over this number. Right?
All right.
So Travis knows the number he can't go over. I don't know the number that he can't go over, but I know the number that I won. Right? So
Yep.
So say it. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna take my headphones off right now. You tell everybody what the number is. Y'all don't put it in the chat. I don't want to know what the number is. You tell Travis what the number is, and
what do you mean? Tell him what number it is. The number that it should pay Terry, it's got to be at least 30 million. If they franchise him, it's going to be what? 30 million. What I mean, what do we not understand here?
The rumor is he wants DK Metcalf money. You paying him that?
DK Metcalf has no, he don't. He has what do you get? 31 million? He got 30 million, 31 million?
Oh no, I think he got 150 over 4. So what's that?
You say he got 150 over 4. How much is guaranteed?
I don't remember that.
He should have told me that if I could bring him a little
I know. How you gonna say I'm gonna take my headphones off when we had questions? What kind of stuff is that?
That's okay. That's 37 million without the guaranteed money. How much guaranteed money they gave him?
Here I'm looking.
Because that's what's gonna push his yearly number down, depending on the bonus and the guaranteed money.
Well, I mean, before we even get there, I don't know if I'm willing to pay him DK Metcalf money. All right, here it is. 4-year, 132.
Okay.
All right, and he got 80 guaranteed. Now check this out.
That's 33 million a year.
Check this out. Trade compensation. This isn't very impressive at all. The Seahawks got a 2nd round and a 6th round pick from the Steelers. That's it. For DK.
Okay.
I mean,
did he get a signing bonus?
Let's see. And he's younger. He's obviously a little younger than Terry. Let's see if he got a signing bonus.
There's only 33 million.
132 for 4 years, 80 guaranteed, 60 guaranteed at signing, 30 million signing bonus.
There you go. That's how his number's so low. His number is low. There's the guaranteed money he got up front. The upfront money he already got, and not including the guaranteed money, but the money he got up front just for signing his name on the piece of paper. That's what drove his number down from 33 to about 30 million a year.
Okay, here's another one. Garrett Wilson, Jets.
Right.
4-year, 130, 90 guaranteed.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I mean, so that's what, 32 right there, right?
Yep.
Yep.
How much up front he got? How much money got him in sign-up bonus? Him put his name on a piece of paper.
All right, so he got 90 guaranteed, sign-in bonus, contract land, total value 4 years, 90. I'm not seeing anything for a bonus.
Okay.
You know he got one.
Oh yeah, he got one.
Oh, here it is. He got this is not that much. He got 13. He got 13 sign-in bonus.
Wow.
It's not a lot. I guess all the guaranteed is enough. They figure we ain't giving you no damn bonus.
So then DK got a lot of his money already.
Yeah. So, but look, I bring these up. This is where Terry's swimming. These are the pools he's trying to swim in.
Right. So they franchise you. They take the top. Was it top 5?
Yep.
They take the top 5 and they average them, and that's what his number is.
Yep.
So you already got 34. You already got 33. A year. So if you franchise him, he's going to be in the high 30s.
He ain't going for that franchise, dog. You got to trade him or give him. You gonna have to pay him or get him out of there.
Yeah.
He's been a good soldier this whole time too. All right, here are the teams with the most cap space in the league.
Okay.
If you're gonna do business, Patriots, Lions don't need him. Niners don't need him. Raiders.
No, the Raiders do need him. The Raiders do need him.
That's what I said. Raiders need
I
him.
mean, not the Raiders. The Niners do need him. Yes, they do.
You think so?
They traded away Debo, and the old boy is suspect.
Yeah.
But you know they just paid him too, so never mind. They ain't gonna do it.
Well, they have cap space. Raiders, I think, need him.
Yeah.
Seahawks, Chargers could use him bad.
Chargers don't need him. Now that watch his last game, they don't need him.
Yeah, right.
Knock. Are we ready for Terry to come in here yet?
Yeah, Sad got all the numbers. That's a GM. Put your GM hat on. You got all the numbers.
All right. So I'm going into the last year of my contract, and
right.
I really don't want to play with no future for myself. I do see myself here for at least 3 more years.
Right.
I see that the wide receiver market has exploded, and I think I know that I'm one of the top 5 receivers in this league. I know that for sure. So you see what I did last year: 16 touchdowns, 1 in each playoff game. You know, we're one bad quarter away from playing for a Super Bowl. Yes, top 5. Yeah, I would like to start this negotiations off with about with an AAV about 34.
Woo!
34 AAV and give me about 60 guaranteed.
You talking about DK money. Come on, man.
That's DK money right there. That's
money,
exact DK money, bro.
It's called the negotiation.
Numbers, but you didn't put up DK.
I'm better than DK.
You're older than DK.
You're older than DK.
You're older than DK.
And it's arguable. It's arguable if you're better than DK. That's arguable.
I haven't missed any games. DK's played with better quarterbacks than I've played with. When you gave me a legit quarterback, I exploded. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I exploded. So I tell you what, you say I'm older than DK. So tell me about where you think you see me at. Let's talk. Because
I like Garrett Wilson said. I like the structure of that. It was more guaranteed money too.
Garrett Wilson is around 30 million, right?
Yeah. No. Garrett Wilson like 30. He was in the 34, I think I said.
Well, sure. If you want to give me Garrett Wilson money, let's go.
I think it was 34, but Garrett Wilson only got 13 million on the sign-up bonus, whereas DK got like 60.
Yeah, he got a lot.
If you want to give me Garrett Wilson money, I'm signing it.
Let me look
at that. So that ain't it. I already know that ain't it. So what the problem really is they want to hit me with like the 25, right? That's not going to do it.
Nah.
That ain't going to do it.
All right, here it is. Pick. If you're Terry, would you take this? 4 years, 130 million, 90 guaranteed.
4 years.
So that's 32 and a half a year.
Yes. But I already know that 4th year is going to be void. I mean, y'all arguing about me being 30 already. So that 4th year is going to be a void year. I'm not getting none of that money. So if you give me 90 million guaranteed, that's 90 million over 3 years. And then I'm going to have something done at the signing bonus, something done like take some of this year's money and put it as a signing bonus. That's a done deal.
Okay.
And you see what I'm saying? That's a done deal.
Right.
We got a deal said.
That's just sound like to me.
See, and that's the problem right there. Is we just did that in under about 12 minutes. They're not talking. That's what the problem is. They are not talking. You can't get a deal done if you're not talking. Somebody has to say, no, that's too high. Okay, well, we'll give you this. It's called an offer and a counter offer, right?
Yeah.
That's how you get it done. Let's get into some foolishness, Travis.
All right, let's do it.
The baseball trade deadline has come and gone.
Yeah.
Right? So who do you think won that thing? Who improved their teams the most? And where should we put our money?
I think all the contenders improve their teams the most. I mean, a lot of times at the trade deadline in baseball, you see teams that are around the wild card really go for it. You saw that a little bit with your team in your backyard picking the Rangers.
Yep.
But for the most part, it was all the heavies. The Mets got better. The Phillies got better. Everyone at the top. On the American League side, I actually thought the Mariners, in a lot of ways, won the trade deadline. They get the third baseman in Suarez. They also get the first baseman in Naylor. And that team needed some offense. I mean, we see them time and time again. They get to the postseason. They don't have any offense. The pitching is there. I thought at the trade deadline, adding to the offense will save them once you get in the American League. I know the Tigers are good, but it does seem like the American League is more wide open than the National League, where we know it's Dodgers, Phillies, Mets, probably those teams. Maybe you throw in the Padres, depending how they look. But I'm not buying the Cubs. I don't think they did enough at the deadline. I'm not buying the Brewers. They didn't add offense. Like I said, Seattle did. So there's really probably about 10 teams right now in baseball that could win the World Series. And I'm gambling heavily on all of them. But my favorite bet, I'm taking the Mariners to win the American League. That's around 5 or 6 to 1, depending where you shop. That's a bet I like because they won the trade deadline, in my opinion.
All right, so the Mariners. All right, so give me your AL team and your NL team to make the World Series.
NL's just so tough, man. I mean, you're not going to make any money betting against the Dodgers if they can get healthy. If you're betting against the Dodgers and you're buying a team like the Phillies, who I mentioned, or you're buying some of these other teams in the NL, maybe you believe in the Cubs. I don't, but I certainly wouldn't talk you off the ledge. They're one of the hottest teams, in baseball right now. I'm not going to tell you to not do it. I'm just telling you who I like. Right. So if you were going to bet any of those other teams other than the Dodgers, I would say bake in that you think the Dodgers just can't get healthy. We saw Shohei come back to pitching, and he looked like a mess.
Yeah, he was.
So they're probably going to give him some time off, try to get him right. But so you're kind of betting against stuff like that. The Dodgers won't figure it out, get healthy by October. There are a ton of good teams in the NL, so you're sort of betting the field there. I can't do it. I think in the end, I'm just going to stick to the American League. That feels like more gambling to me, and then rather than betting against the Dodgers again. I've lost enough money over the years betting against them. I made some money betting for them, but I've lost against them too.
Right. So who do you like? You like who do you like coming out of the AL? Mariners. The Mariners.
I like the Mariners. Yeah, I like the Mariners. Right. And then the NL, I'll take the Dodgers once they get healthy.
Well, okay. So the Mariners, Dodgers, who do you have winning the World Series?
Boy, I mean, you can't bet against the Dodgers until someone knocks them off. When they're healthy, I call them the Avengers. So, I mean, that's what they are. They're just dealing with injuries right now. One of the bets you can make, too, if you want to have some fun with them, try to find it now, pick for the odds. You could bet the National League, period, to just win the World Series. If you if you bet the National League, then obviously at that point you are taking Dodgers, you are taking Phillies. Those are the two favorites right now to win the whole thing. You would have the Mets in there, obviously. You would have the Cubs. You have the Brewers and Padres. So you could take a bet just on the National League to win it. But my gut tells me it's going to be the Dodgers likely if they can get healthy.
Yeah, the National League is minus 150 though.
Yeah,
where I see. So I'm just gonna for this sake right here, I'm just gonna put you down for the Mariners just because I'm gonna tell you why towards the end of this thing. Okay.
All right.
So yeah, who was the Mariners?
Hey, yeah. I'm looking at it now. I mean, some places you can get Dodgers 3-1 to win the World Series. That's not a bad price.
Yes.
It's not a bad price for the favorite.
All right. Okay. So we got baseball out the way. Let's go to college football. Say its favorite. All right. This August 31st lineup is bananas.
Yes, sir.
Al said, "Don't call him." He said he's not doing the show, and I said, "Well, good news, Al. It's my birthday. I'm not doing the show anyway." You know, he goes, yeah, we got a crazy day. So let's go over this lineup real fast. I'm trying to pull it up here. Said, I know I had it.
Come on, for the 31st.
Yeah, the 31st. The 31st. I'm sorry, the 31st. Here we go. There's
you mean the 30th of August?
The 30th is Texas, Ohio State, Bama, Florida State, LSU, Clemson, Utah, UCLA.
Yes, sir. That's it. Let's start right at the top there, Travis. Let's start right at the top. Man. Ohio State game.
You might well start with Tennessee, Syracuse.
Okay.
Syracuse was an up-and-coming team last year. They played very well. They had a new head coach. He had those guys playing like world beaters last year. This is their second year in his system. He's gotten some people to come out there. He's gotten some 5-stars to show up and come out to Syracuse. Whether or not Tennessee can go on the road and show up like Tennessee. The problem is Tennessee has that problem.
Yeah.
They have a problem of disappearing in big games. And this may be a big game for Tennessee going out to Syracuse. Because, again, like I said, the head coach his second year, he came from Georgia. He understands how Tennessee plays. He has pieces. So it's gonna be an idea to see.
Okay, so let's start there then. Who do you like? Who do you like there?
I thought my man said gave inspiring speech. I think he's right about Syracuse being up and comers. I think this is a little engine that could against a steam train. I'll lay the 2 touchdowns for the Vols in Georgia.
2 touchdowns for the Vols in Georgia.
That's what it is. To the line is 2 touchdowns.
I'll lay it.
You gonna lay 2 touchdowns?
They're gonna beat the hell out of the Orange.
They gonna beat them. They gonna beat them bad.
Yeah, they're gonna beat them.
Yeah, I do think they may. I do think Syracuse may lose, but I don't think it's gonna be 2 touchdowns. I think it may be 7.
Hold on. Hey, we missed a game. We missed Georgia Tech, Colorado.
That's down.
Georgia.
That's on the
30th.
What time they play?
That's a Friday night. That's a Friday night game, 29th.
Georgia Tech, Colorado?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Friday night game. Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
That's an ESPN primetime joint.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, they got it at the spread is 4. The spread is 4. Georgia Tech -4.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Georgia Tech -4. How do you like that? Which way do you see this thing going? And it is in Colorado.
I just have too many questions surrounding Prime's team. Like I don't know. I mean, without both of his sons, I'm calling Travis his son too, and then all his other sons. I mean, I have no idea what they're going to look like. He's been away because of health. Mm-hmm. You know, this game could be a disaster, but I don't want to lay the points because I don't know anything about Georgia Tech. I haven't watched them in any sports since Stephon Marbury. So I look at the total in that game, 55.5. Mm-hmm. I mean, that feels like Shador and Travis are still playing there. Remember, they used to put up, video game numbers. Yeah. So I'm not buying that. I'd probably bet the under in that game.
Okay. So Travis likes the under there. The next one that I want to look at for this first weekend, of course, don't let me forget about Texas and Ohio State. We're going to get there. But the next one is Alabama, Florida State.
Let me say something about Georgia Tech. Let me say something about Georgia Tech Colorado game.
Okay, go for it.
This is going to be a beatdown by Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech has more returning players than Colorado, and Colorado's breaking a brand new brand new quarterback, and the offensive line is still suspect. Georgia Tech win this game going away.
You heard say it. You heard what said.
Sound like
He
a
said
little parlay to me. How about a little under and a little lay the points with Georgia Tech? Woo! Same game parlay, baby.
The
That
same
same
game
game
parlay.
parlay. I just put it together 3-1. Let's go, Pick. Let's go.
Let's go. Listen, hey, y'all heard it. Y'all heard it. Travis is giving it up here, right? Sid is putting it together. Travis is stamping it, doubling down on it. We got Alabama and Florida State. Now, Alabama's a 13.5-point favorite here. The over-under set at about 50.5. Set at 50.5, depending on where you're shopping. Florida State, I'm not sure. Over the last couple of years, they haven't done so great. Alabama is their head coach's second year with this team. He should have some of his recruits in there. The portal was wide open for both of these teams last year. What do you like in here, Travis?
I always defer to Sid when we start talking that SEC, but I tell you one thing. I feel the same way as I do with Syracuse taking on Tennessee and Georgia. I think Roll Tide is going to beat the hell out of Florida State. I've never in my life seen a fall from grace like I have from Florida State the past few seasons. To go from where they were getting robbed in the college football playoff to falling off the face of the earth. I like the direction and the trajectory that Alabama is headed in. I know it's in Doak. I don't care. That chop don't hit like it used to down there. Nope. Give me Roll Tide to whoop them. I'll lay the 2 touchdowns.
Well, if you're going to lay the 2 touchdowns in college football, it is do it early during the season. That's before anybody knows what anybody else is. The further in the season you go, those touchdowns do matter, especially when you're coming up big teams versus big teams. But the ACC just ain't doing what the ACC used to. Come on, say it. What you got about this game?
It's quite a few storylines to this game. Quite a few storylines game. One, Carson Beck. Wait a minute. Sorry, wrong team. My bad. I'm thinking about somebody else. But anyway, Florida State had to replace a bunch of people. And with them having to replace a bunch of people, they got to prove themselves. They have to improve. They have to prove themselves. But I hate to be the one who like Travis. You know, this might be a slaughterhouse.
Yeah.
I don't care how you bring it in there. They are too partitioned out there. They got too many players. They got too many people in there that's not doing what they're supposed to do. Florida State is not Florida State anymore. Florida State is out there struggling, and I think it's going to continue on this way until whatever. So I'm gonna have to roll with you on that one. I think it's gonna be a beat down.
Hey, said Carson Beck, you thinking about? He's at Miami now.
Miami. Yeah.
He bouncing around, man.
I'm ready. Hey, I guess I'm so ready to jump on Miami. My bad.
Hey, we getting there, Sid. Hold your horses. All right, now, LSU, Clemson.
Yep.
LSU, Clemson. LSU is the underdog here at +3, so the spread is only 3. The over/under is set at 57 here. So, you know, Clemson, Dabo, they're expecting to have a better year this year. You got Nick Saban, you got Bill Belichick in that ACC. So Dabo knows he's better come out firing, because once he plays them Tar Heels, it's going to be mano a mano. What do you like here, Travis?
I like Clemson big time. I mean, I'm uncomfortable how much I'm betting on Clemson this season. I'm laying the points in this game. I think they're going to be a playoff team. I think this kid, Cade Klubnik, their quarterback, is going to be playing on Sundays in the NFL. He's a real deal. They have one of the best defensive lines. Seems like they're a defensive line factory at this point, but they have one of the best defensive lines in the country. They have a strong run game. They have everything. And Dabo leading the way. This is their Death Valley. This game's in Clemson. So I like the Tigers here. I'm going to lay the points. And I believe not only are they going to be a playoff team, they may make a deep run. This Klubnik kid, remember that name. He's the truth. Everyone's talking about Arch Manning being the number 1 pick in the draft next year. And he may be. But this Klubnik kid is going to be the next quarterback taken. And if for some reason Arch doesn't come out, Klubnik may be the guy.
Well, Arch is not coming out. He's a Manning. First off, you know, they do 4 years in school. He ain't coming out. They do 4 years.
They do. And they all got big ass heads.
They all got big heads. They got big heads. They all do.
I'm going to agree with Travis on this one. Clemson has a more solidified team.
Yeah.
Head coach has been taking a bunch of heat this past year about not making it to the playoffs. They were this close last year. I think Clemson comes out ready to play. I think they're ready to try to make a move in the division in the ACC.
All right. Well, here we go. Said you wanted to get here. Here we go. We're going to go Notre Dame at Miami. You couldn't wait to jump onto Miami. Miami is plus 2.5 underdog. They're plus 2.5. The over-under is set at 54.5 here. 54.5. Notre Dame, so you know that means Notre Dame is the favorite at minus 2.5. And there we go. Their money line is minus 159. So, Travis, what do you like here?
I think I'm leaning with said here. I think this will be a low-scoring game, so I'm really looking at that title or that total at 54.5. But instead, I like Beck with Miami, and all the reports are he's looked really good. Notre Dame's defense is very solid, so I don't think it's going to be easy for him. But I think Carson Beck at this stage of his life has to be about 40 years old, so I think the experience will be there. Give me Miami and the points at home dogs against the Irish.
Okay, say it. Now, I realize that, you do cheer for these Georgia boys, but you got to tell me why. Why you want Carson Beck so hard?
Man, Carson Beck played poorly at times last year, but they're not going to win this game. It's going to be Notre Dame. Old boy got Notre Dame clicking on all cylinders. Mm-hmm. Defense is ready to play. And that's what the problem is. Miami's going to have to face a nice defense early on in the season. Ain't going to be no waiting later on in the year. Ain't no cupcake game. You got a nice defense off the top. Defense is always ahead of offense at the beginning of the year.
Yep.
So they're going to have to do their thing. That's why I think Notre Dame may have enough to win this game. The quarterback is the quarterback position for Notre Dame is the question. Can he help them get enough points on the board to win this game? We know Miami got a quarterback. It's Carson Beck. Carson Beck can throw the ball. Miami's going to have wide receivers. The thing is, do they have the rest of the defense to slow down Notre Dame? Because Notre Dame's going to run the ball first, pass the ball later, and keep going from there. That's the answer. But I think Notre Dame goes and wins this game. Shout out Atmo. That's his squad.
That's Bobo's squad, and I think you're a little you showing some favoritism there, Sid. You showing some favoritism.
He's biased.
The game that we all been talking about here is Ohio State, Texas. That's the game that we're looking forward to. This is a rematch of the national championship game here from the first college football playoffs. It is in Ohio State. Now, let me tell you how this thing lines up. You got Ohio State -3. The total is 50.5 at So Ohio State is -148. There for their money line. Texas is plus 112, right? Texas is plus 112 on their money line. Travis, which way you see this thing going?
You know what? I've just seen too many big games in the horseshoe. Every now and again, a good or great Michigan team will go in the horseshoe and beat them. Every now and again, you may get an upset. Wisconsin might knock them off randomly. Penn State, every now and again. But for the most part, every single game in that horseshoe, every big game that they have, they seem to come to play, even the ones they lose. So I'm going to give Ohio State the edge here. This is such a great game that if it was in Texas, this game was in Austin, I would take the Longhorns. But just because it's in the shoe, give me Ohio State. I'll lay the 3.
Okay. All right. Ohio State laying the 3. Say it. Which way you going?
Well now, let's be real about this. I mean, Texas is bringing in a number 1 quarterback. They're bringing in a Manning. They're bringing a guy who got some time played last year. He has a guy who understands this system somewhat.
And he got wheels. And he got wheels.
And I mean, he'll run the ball, which is true, which is a team that has given Ohio State problems, i.e.,
Yep.
Michigan. So with that being said, I mean, they're gonna do their thing. I think UT goes in the Ohio State and gets his win.
I think Said is showing his SEC bias right now. I think Said is showing all of his SEC bias right now. Okay, so all of the teams that's going to make the college football playoffs will be SEC, Big Ten. You'll have a sprinkle from the ACC, from the Pac-12. Once it's all said and done, who do you see winning the college football playoff strategy?
Man, look, you just said it. There's a cluster of teams, I think. I mean, I look at Texas because of the quarterback play, obviously, and Sarkisian's so great. I like Penn State this year. Drew Aller's another guy I think will be playing on Sundays in the NFL. I told you I like Klubnik with Clemson. That should be a playoff team. Nussmeier with LSU can play. I think he'll be playing on Sundays as well. So even though I don't like them in the opener, I think Brian Kelly will have that team rolling by the end of the season. I think LSU will probably be a playoff team as well. I like Lenore Sellers at South Carolina. I think that could be a sneaky team. The ACC is actually sneaky good as well. I think they could get some teams in. So, and then we know how good the Big Ten is, but there can only be one, right? So,
right.
Man, I think in the end, I'm going to roll with Dabo. I'm going to take the Clemson Tigers to win the national championship this year. I think my only concern with them, I don't love their – I don't think they have any dynamic wide receivers. That worries me a little bit. But I think Klubnik, if that team can get hot in the playoff, they're going to be a playoff team. It just matters how they roll into there. I think the ACC is being undervalued a little bit. Give me the Clemson Tigers.
Clemson Tigers. Got you. Okay, so since we are talking college football, where do you see this Heisman landing?
Man, I mean, look, it's Arch's to lose. Let's be honest. I mean, we've already talked about him 100 times. He's got that last name. It's like the Caitlin Clark effect, right? We see what she's doing in the WNBA. Mm-hmm. That's what this guy's going to do for college football. They've been waiting on that last name to get back in college football. So, as long as he doesn't crash the car, he's probably going to win the Heisman. But I like Lenore Sellers in South Carolina. I mean, that's a big joker. He kind of reminds me of Cam Newton a little bit with his build. He can run, he can throw. He doesn't have the weapons, obviously, but that's someone we could see have success like a Cam Moore did, where everyone's like, man, that team's not that good, but that guy has that team overachieving.
All right. So I got you. Okay, cool. Mm-hmm. Most of the time, they say the favorites don't win the Heisman, right? So with that being Cabe Klubnik, Arch Manning, both of them are at plus 700 right now. Nussmeier's at plus 700 right now. Smith is at plus 1,000, wide receiver out of Ohio State. Drew Aller plus 15. Carson Beck is plus 2,000. So you got some sneaky good guys down that list, but now's the time to start thinking about who your Heisman favorites are and watching them, and as they go along through these first couple of weeks of the college football season, which is approaching pretty quickly.
Yep.
Man, Travis, are you ready to go to the NFL?
Man, I was born ready.
Man. Okay, so we had our first preseason game that just came up last week, the Hall of Fame game. As we speak, inductions are going on right now. And so everybody's out celebrating that way. While they're doing that, we're sitting here focusing on making money. All right. Let's start off real easy. MVP. Who's your regular season MVP?
Woo! I think it's going to be Joe Burrow, but I think the Bengals could suffer the same fate as they did last year. I think a lot of people would tell you Burrow was the best quarterback in the league last year, but his defense was atrocious. They did nothing to address that.
Nope.
I mean, they just paid all their money to wide receivers. So, look, I think Burrow, as long as he stays healthy, we know every conversation starts with that with Joe Burrow, right?
Yeah.
But if he could stay healthy, I think his numbers will be undeniable. That it's going to be Joe Burrow. I think the MVP comes out of that division. It could be Lamar again for the millionth time, it feels like, but I think Burrow will get it and his team will come up short.
Yeah, Lamar's at plus 550. You got Joe Burrow at plus 600, Josh Allen plus 600. Patrick Mahomes is at plus 700 right now. And where my heart lies is Jaden Daniels was the MVP at plus 900. That's crazy. That's crazy talk right there. Let's talk team markets. Let's talk a little futures. Let's go futures. Let's go division by division, okay?
Okay.
All right, let's start off with that division we talked about, the that black and blue division in the AFC. That AFC division. Bam. There we go. The AFC North. Who wins the AFC North? You got the Ravens, the Bengals, the Pittsburgh Steelers, and the Cleveland Browns. Cleveland Browns are at plus 2,200. Pittsburgh's at plus 510. Cincinnati's at plus 250, and the Baltimore Ravens at minus 155.
Yeah, I'm not even betting the Ravens. That's just too much tax for my blood. I'll probably find other ways to bet the Ravens. I think they're going to win that division, but I'm not going to take them at minus 160 or minus 165. I like to listen. I don't hate the Ravens at 6-1 to win the Super Bowl. I mean, I'll be honest with you. If Mark Andrews, didn't get hit by the Monstars and lose all his power, I don't know. This guy forgot how to catch. He's one of the greatest tight ends of all time. And then all of a sudden, he forgot how to catch in the playoff. Like, it was unbelievable. So I thought my man was point shaving. I didn't know what the hell was going on. So, I think no one can blame Lamar. Like, Lamar actually showed up in a couple playoff games and played really well. So I think they exercise that demon now. I like the Ravens. I just think they're going to be a freight train this year. I'm over their win total. I'm not going to bet them on the division, but I like them to win that division. I like them to win the AFC. Maybe if you don't think they can go all the way, but they can make it to the Super Bowl, you could get that at a decent price.
Yeah, you can get them in the AFC conference, AFC champs at plus 325 as AFC champs.
I don't hate that bet either. But listen, no. I think if Lamar gets there, I'm going to take him to finish the job. So I'm going greedy. Give me 6-1 for the whole shebang-a-bang.
I got you. Say what you got to say.
Man, in the AFC, I like Baltimore to be the team to beat this year in the AFC, but you still can't count on Kansas City. Kansas City always seems some type of way to get those. Well, I mean, we already know about the referee. We're not getting into that. It's too early for that. But they always seem to play well.
We're not there. We was in the north. We're not to that side. We're not on the west. I'm
just throwing it out there. I mean, wise.
I got you.
But in the north itself, I mean, I think Joe Burrow may be ready this year. I think the north minus Cleveland, because they're still in the rebuild mode, may be the toughest division this year between Cincinnati, Pittsburgh, and Baltimore. That may be the toughest division.
3-team strong division when there's 4 teams. Yep. Got you. AFC East. The AFC East, you got Buffalo, the New England Patriots, the Miami Dolphins, and the Jets. The Jets are at plus 1,300. The Miami Dolphins at plus 600. You got the New England Patriots at plus 500, and the Bills are at minus 286. They're expecting the Bills to be a freight train in this division. I hate to say it, but this division is pretty close to the AFC South. It's probably one of the most terrible divisions in football right now.
Yeah, I mean, look, you're not going to make any money betting against the Bills to win that division, but there's other ways to bet those teams. I actually like the Patriots or maybe even the Jets to get involved in a wild card chase.
Yes.
I think if Justin Fields, as long as he could stay healthy, I know there was a scare during training camp. I think the first day of
dislocated toe. Yeah, first day in pads.
but he's fine as long as he could stay fine. I like that new coach, Aaron Glenn, told Aaron Rodgers to go back in the woods and take his shrooms with him and get lost. And then he went out and he got Justin Fields, who I thought was playing really well in Pittsburgh, but they just, they paid Russell Wilson. And when Russell Wilson got healthy, they went to him. But I liked what I saw from Justin Fields. I think he could have a really good year. Think about what the Jets have. Running game. Garrett Wilson on the outside. Strong defense.
Yeah.
We'll see if Aaron Glenn can coach. We know he's a brother. We're rooting for him. If he can, watch out Jets. I feel the same way about the Patriots. Drake May could make that Jaden Daniels type of leap now. He has a weapon in Stephon Diggs. He has an offensive line. He has a really good coach in Vrabel. So I'm looking at the Patriots plus 130 to make the playoffs. I think they could be in the wild card. And the Jets are at 4-1. No one bets the Jets ever. You could look at the Jets, maybe their win total, or if you're high on them, you could take them to make the playoffs at 4-1. I'm more on the Patriots. I'm a little more conservative with that, but I do like both teams in the division. I'm out on the Dolphins. I think they're soft as baby crab.
Say it. Come on, man.
Yeah, I think that Buffalo is going to be a challenge for this division. They're the number one team in the division right now. New England is going to be the key to this division, or whether or not it's going to be tougher than it is. I like Fields with the Jets. I like Fields more with Pittsburgh. That's just my personal opinion. I don't understand why they didn't keep either one of them, but hey, it is what it is. Sometimes you find out the hard way, and I think this may be Pittsburgh year to find out the hard way. The Jets have every piece that Fields needs. They got a number one wide receiver, they got a number one running back, they got a number one tight end. Can the offensive coordinator of the Jets put them in position to do well? I am the same thing with Miami. I like Tua. I'm just scared for Tua. And that's my personal opinion. I don't care about anybody else who's scared for Tua. I just don't want to see that. And they have pieces to replace. They had pieces to replace last year, and they lost more pieces. So I don't even know if they replaced some of the stuff they already had. So they're almost in a semi-rebuild mode out there in Miami. So you're looking at Buffalo, do Buffalo, Jets, New England, and then Miami. That's how I see it.
All right. So Travis, I want to make sure I got you here, right? You got two teams from the East making the playoffs, right? Buffalo and New England.
I think New England could have a shot at plus 130. I'm willing to make that bet. I think their ceiling's probably 9 wins. And hey, look, the Bengals won 9 games last year and didn't make the playoffs. The AFC's so tough, who knows? But I like making that bet on the Patriots. If they can get to 9 wins, they may get in as a wild card. So I would make that bet.
So far, I gotta say, if you got two teams coming out of the East, then you got to have two teams coming out of the North. And I see Baltimore doing it with Cincinnati and that terrible defense that they have. They didn't work to improve it. I could see them being left out again. And then I could see Pittsburgh actually being left out as well. So I can only see one team coming out of the North right now for myself, which means that you may have 3 teams come out of the West, or 2 teams come out of the South. Let's go to the South right now. Just something for y'all to think about right now. All right. So in the South, you got Houston at minus 106. You got the Houston Texans here. You got the Jacksonville Jaguars, and of course, you got the Indianapolis Colts. The Tennessee Titans are at plus 750 to win a division. The Indianapolis Colts are at plus 360. The Jacksonville Jaguars are at plus 295, and the Houston Texans are at minus 106. Now, word out of Tennessee camp is that Cam Ward has showed up every bit ready as the number 1 quarterback, and he's taking it serious, and he's dropping dimes.
Yeah.
Right? The question is, will the defense come along as well? And how much has having a quarterback helped them catch up to Houston? With the Indianapolis Colts, we don't know what's going to happen at their quarterback position right there, because Anthony Richardson, he's playing for his football life. and so is Danny Dimes is there, right?
Yeah, but all those teams suck, Pick. It's going to be the Texans. I'm willing to pay a little bit of tax. I actually think that's a pretty good price if you think about it.
106 is not bad.
Yeah, look, they have some shortcomings. Okay, that's why that price is what it is, and it's not more steep. Their offensive line's atrocious. They have some injury issues at wide receiver.
Yep.
But in this league, if you have the quarterback and the head coach combination, you're going to be just fine. CJ Stroud is the truth. So is DeMeco Ryans.
Yes.
Give me the Texans to win that division.
Come on, say it.
Yeah, I agree. I think Houston is the team to beat in the division. They're only getting better. They have a GM who has made big strides in giving them what they need. One thing is if Nick Chubb returns to his ideal form, they are going to be a monster out there in Houston. I'm not just picking Houston because of Nick Chubb. I thought Houston was nice last year, but Dallas, with the defensive end, the wide, remember they got replaced a couple wide receivers, and I think they did that. I think Houston may be they're young. I mean, except for running back, but they're young.
Yeah,
they got an idea to do what they need to do, and they're going to do it. And I think Houston is the team to beat in that division.
All right. Well, let's get here. Let's go out west. We got the AFC West. We got Kansas City, the LA Chargers, the Denver Broncos, the Vegas Raiders. The Vegas Raiders are at plus 1,600. The Denver Broncos at plus 340. The LA Chargers are at plus 270. The Kansas City Chiefs at minus 122. Once again, not bad. This is the toughest division right here on the AFC side.
Yeah, I think all three of these teams are going to make the playoffs. I really do. I mean, I like what Harbaugh's doing with the Chargers. He's coaching them a lot like he did Michigan. He's starting from the inside and working out. They don't have the receivers, but they're going to run the ball down your face. Their offensive line is physical. Their defense is physical. Harbaugh's not going to lose games in terms of clock management and decision making. They're well coached. They don't ask Herbert to do much anymore. He just needs to be efficient. I like the Chargers. Obviously, Mahomes and the Chiefs. What do we even need to talk about there? We already know what it is. I love what Sean Payton's doing in Denver. I think Bo Nix now in year 2. That team's really good, really well coached. I like all three of those teams to make the playoffs. I'm not going to bet against the Chiefs in that division. I would just take my chances betting Chargers and Broncos individually to make the playoffs and maybe look at win totals.
Okay, say it. Come on. You've been waiting to get into this division.
I'm gonna jump in there. I think that oops, hold on. I think that the division itself is a monster. I mean, I don't know how you can't see it. I mean, it is. With a possibility, not just 3 teams get it. They could be one of the teams that get all 4 of their teams making it.
I don't see the Vegas Raiders getting in.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't see the Vegas Raiders getting in.
I'm gonna say this: Vegas Raiders, they have a tight end. They drafted some wide receivers. They have a quarterback now at the same time. Let's not forget Brock Bowers is a problem. He is a problem at tight end / wide receiver. And
he'll route you up.
That's what's gonna be it. Now, Kansas City is Kansas City. We know that. We also got to watch out for Denver. Denver played very well last year. They weren't no pushovers. They were not. They were not pushovers at the time. They played very well. So it's a possibility that 3, maybe even all 4 of these teams make it to the playoffs. It would be interesting if it does, because I mean, a lot of these guys did it. A lot of these guys are rough already. Like Travis talking about San Diego, the Chargers. Did you watch the game the other day? They got this double last name guy who was out there running people in the circles. Albeit, second, third stringers, he still was catching the ball. He was still turning around in circles. You cannot take that away from him. He did his thing. So it could be one of the crazy.
I believe this division is very, very strong. Like Travis said before, you got the Chargers that are going to pound their face into the dirt. The Denver Broncos, they do have a very, very strong defense, but Patrick Mahomes is getting his weapons back this year. Travis Kelce has said he's coming back. He's going to be in shape. And Pat is mad. So I think that all three of those teams do make the playoffs there. So far, so we got 3 teams out of the West. We got Houston out of the South, Baltimore, and we got Buffalo, New England, or Cincinnati could possibly get in there if New England doesn't. But we see a fight between New England, Buffalo, and possibly Pittsburgh for that last and final playoff spot as we head to the NFC side of things. We'll save the East for last because we have concerns there, especially on this podcast. And I'm going to give Al a chance to jump in either in the chat or when he comes on so we can hear his biased takes. Let's start off in the NFC North, which is another monster division. Last year, the North put 3 teams in. This year we have and this is gonna amuse you. We got the Detroit Lions, the Green Bay Packers, the Minnesota Vikings, the Chicago Bears. Chicago Bears are plus 460 to make the playoffs. The Minnesota Vikings are plus 360 to make the playoffs. The Green Bay Packers are plus 260 to make the playoffs. The Detroit Lions are plus 135 to make the playoffs. All 4 teams positive money there because this is a dog-eat-dog division here. Travis, how do you see this division coming down?
I think the Lions are still the class of the division. You know, if anything, I'm looking at win totals for a lot of these teams, and I'm kind of going at the low-hanging fruit. You know, the Lions and the Packers are going to really battle it out all year to win the division, just like they always do. And, I'd rather get involved with trying to figure out what the Vikings are going to be or what the Bears are going to be if Caleb Williams actually shows up and lives up to the hype. So I'm more interested in win totals for the Bears. I know I got them this offseason. I'm trying to find it now. I have so many bets. It'll make your head spin. But I think I got them over. I think it was 8.5, maybe 7.5. And I got them at plus money. Okay, I'm looking now. Yeah, it was over 7.5. Now it's minus 170. When I got it, it was when win totals first came out. I jumped on it. I got plus 110. So now they've been really bet up, pick to over 8.5 at plus 115. I don't like that as much. But that's sort of my point. That's how I would bet these teams. I would take the low-hanging fruit in the division and bet on them big. I don't know enough about McCarthy with the Vikings, but I know Kevin O'Connell, and I know this. If J.J. McCarthy can stay healthy, all you got to do, brother, ask Sam Darnold, is throw it up to Jefferson and throw it to Addison, and you'll be just fine. So O'Connell's system kind of works towards that. I might get involved with the Vikings win total as well if you believe in J.J. McCarthy. So that's what I would do. I think the Lions are going to win the division, but I'm curious to see what the Vikings and the Bears do.
Okay, Sid, before you jump in there, hold on, give me a second. Travis, I'm about to put something up on the screen for you so you know what to do when you see this. You see it?
What's going on, Teddy?
Hey, Teddy is what they call him.
There you go. There you go, Teddy. What's up, bro? It's been a minute. It's good to see you. Teddy E's what they call him.
Teddy is what they call him.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good to see you in the building, Teddy. Say it. Go ahead. What do you think about the North?
I think that just like what Travis said, Detroit is going to win this division. They're going to win the division hands down. They're the better team. I seen another wide receiver out there. I'm calling Tesla. That's not his name, but that's the way it looks like it's been spelled. It's Tesla, but his name is Tesla. So they just added to the wide receiver crew. I think they're going to be one of the better teams. I still don't think they'll make the playoff because I'm not a Chicago fan. Lions fan. But anyway, Chicago has made a step forward. They have made a step forward to seeing exactly what they need to be to make it to the next level. Can the quarterback do what he needs to do and not throw some of those bad passes he did last year and make sure everybody's involved?
Well,
it is what it is. I still think, Detroit wins the division.
Say it. I want you to remember that because I will hold you to it because remember the last time a team lost both of their coordinators, they didn't make the playoffs the following year. So said I got you in there. You said the Detroit Lions make the playoffs this year, even though you're not a big fan. Got you. Let's go to the South right now. We're going to go to the NFC South. We got Tampa Bay, the Atlanta Falcons, the Carolina Panthers, and the New Orleans Saints. The New Orleans Saints are at plus 1,150 to win the division. The Carolina Panthers at plus 450. The Atlanta Falcons, and says Atlanta Falcons at plus 225. So I know Said's going where he putting his money at. And then the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are trying to win this thing for a third straight year, and they're at minus 106. Minus 106. Come on, Travis, what you got?
I'm willing to take a bet on Said's Falcons, man. I like Penix. I like Bijan Robinson. I like Drake London. I like everything they have going. I believe that Morris is going to figure out that defense. I like the Falcons. I'm willing to bet them here at plus 250, plus 200, depending where you shop, 2-1 to win the division. I like the Buccaneers to still maybe get a wild card. I think that's going to be a really fascinating, race to watch between those two teams. I think the Falcons have to get off to a stronger start. I feel like they start the season so poor sometimes and so slow, and then they're digging out of a hole. So
I'm not fooling with you, Travis. You're trying to get on Said's good side.
Nah, I like them. I liked the Falcons last year too. I made a lot of money betting the Falcons once Penix got in, and they gave up on Captain Kirk, which was a disaster. So hopefully they get off to a faster start this year. I think they will. I like the way their schedule shapes up early on in the year. You get Tampa right out of the gate. You're not messing around.
Nope.
And you get them at home too. Then you go to Minnesota. They're still trying to figure out J.J. McCarthy. You don't know what Carolina is. They finished the year hot, but can you believe in them? Then you do have a tough game against the Commanders, but that's in Atlanta, and then it's a bye week.
Well, that's really in Washington. It's northwest south. That's all that is.
So I mean, listen. I think that first month you can get a good feel and get your confidence high. I don't love that they have an early bye week, but for this team, you could have confidence coming out of that bye for the rest of your schedule. I like the Falcons to win the division.
All right, Said, come on, tell us why the Falcons are winning the division.
I think we're a better team this year. Not totally better, but much better. I think the loss of Grady Jarrett is going to be one of those major pieces that we have to replace. His always being there, showing up, doing what he's supposed to do, even coming off the ACL injury that he had, and he recovered. He still played very well that year. I really just want to see him leave, but I understand. NFL is the business. What I'm mostly worried about is the offensive line. They should have improved on the offensive line. They did get a couple people in. They brought about 5 people in camp before they started cutting them loose and sending them on their way. So because they're trying to protect the young guy, because he plays very well when he's protected enough to get rid of the ball.
Yeah, he does get rid of the ball. He don't hold on to it
for speed, which is what you heard. You heard me say this to y'all last year. They don't have anybody on the edge to scare anyone. It makes a difference when you got somebody that scares everyone.
Hold on, Said. I see what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
I see what you're doing, Said.
Mm-hmm.
I see what you do. Go ahead and take that scared part out of your mouth, out of your voice. Take that. You're not getting scared.
Hey, we got time to add one more scary piece. Welcome, Scary Terry. Welcome to the Hot Atlanta. Well, a lemon pepper wet stays lemon pepper wet all day long. Anyway, all day. And so I think with the way the offense is set up, I think we're going to be better. New Orleans still trying to figure out the quarterback conversation, what they're going to do, even though they got 3 quarterbacks there already. Instead of doing, well, the new head coach is going with the one he wants, not worried about who was already there, even though those guys are just as young. Tampa is Tampa. They reloaded a little bit. They're still a step slower. They still got some people coming back off of injury. They could be the Atlanta's hardest competition to win the division. Carolina is up and coming. I don't think Carolina is going to take us out in trying to win this division, but it's not going to be an easy walkthrough, as you saw toward the end of the year last year. But I think Atlanta will win the division.
Do we get 2 teams coming out of this division this year, or do we get 1?
We get 2.
I got two.
All right. So with that being said, so far, I mean, this is going to be really tight if we get 2 coming out of here, because we still got the NFC East and the NFC West to go. So, so did y'all say we got 1 coming out of the North?
I like 2. I like 2.
2 coming out of the North. Okay, so we got 2 out of the North. We got 2 out of the South so far. Now we're going to head to the NFC West. Jeff, I know you're watching. Jeff's going to say his 49ers is going to win this thing. We got the LA Rams. We got the Cardinals out here. And then we have the Seattle Seahawks. The Seattle Seahawks are at plus 550. The Arizona Cardinals are at plus 500. The LA Rams are at plus 160. And the San Francisco 49ers are at plus 150. Plus 150 for the 49ers, plus 160 for the LA Rams. All right, Travis, this is another tough division that was pretty beat up last year. So they only got 1 team in. That was the Rams. We all know that the 49ers were beat they had the brakes beat off of them. They should be healthier this year. One of their linebackers, they won't get back until late in the season. How does this division break down?
I like the Rams again, and that's it. I think the Niners, I think we're seeing the end of the John Lynch and the Shanahan era. I think they're going to play that out this season, probably be a little bit better, but not much. They won 6 games last year with a ton of injuries. I think at best they win 8 or 9 games this year. I just think they're older. I think that window has closed for that team, and they will be moving on soon from that brass. I think the Cardinals have all the talent in the world, but I don't think Kyler Murray's a leader. And I think, you're going to kind of be stuck with what Cousins did for the Commanders. I think, the Cardinals are going to be relevant. Kyler's going to put up numbers. Marvin Harrison Jr. is going to look like a cheat code, and they'll go 8-9 again. I mean, it's just empty calories over and over. And even if they make the postseason one of these years, they're not going to do anything. Seattle, I'm going to take a step back. Obviously they got a new coach. They're trying to figure things out. And I like the Rams as long as Stafford can stay upright. If he can miss, 3 or 4 games, Jimmy G's fine as a spot starter. He's just not the guy. So I like the Rams with McVay. I think it's the only team making the playoffs again. I'll take the Rams.
1 team out of the West for Travis. Come on, say it. You got to unmute yourself.
It's going to be interesting to see what chemistry they can build with Sam Darnold. Personally, I think Minnesota should have kept him. That's my personal opinion. You don't break up chemistry when you have chemistry, especially teams going to the playoff chemistry, to my personal opinion. Now, can Seattle create the chemistry needed to push his team? Remember, they no longer have their number 1 wide receiver. He's gone, which means what's the young man name from Ohio State pick and one of your boys?
Marvin Harris Jr.
No. The other guy with the funny name.
Smith and Jigba.
In Jigba. Now in Jigba's now is the premier number 1 guy.
He's a slight gangster.
Seattle does have a running game. So it's going to be interesting to see. It's going to be about chemistry for Seattle, and we're going to see early on, because if they don't build chemistry out of it, this season is over for them too.
And this is a defensive coordinator as the head coach in Seattle as well.
Rams are going to be the most consistent. They got wide receivers, they got tight ends, they got running back, they got the offensive line.
Yep.
And they do have some defense as well. They lost some people, but they replaced with some people as well. I'm going to just add it to what the Alice office. And there you go.
With Puka Nacua.
There's just one more piece. Then you got Arizona. Arizona, I mean, is there new Call of Duty coming out? Is he going to be ready to play?
You know it's coming out.
So he needs to concentrate on what they're doing. You know my feelings about San Francisco. I think he left Atlanta a year too early, is my personal opinion. I know he wanted his own head coaching job. He was going to get his own head coaching job. He left Atlanta 1 year too early. After that Super Bowl debacle. That's my personal opinion. You can run with it. And I said, I'm going to say the words I said then. They're not going to win anything with a Shanahan head coach because of what he did to Atlanta. I said that when he left, and I said it again. Has it been 10 years? Yes. Guess what? They're gonna suck this year too.
Hey, nobody holds a grudge like Shed does.
He
Nobody.
petty. That boy petty.
That boy holds it. He holds that grudge, man. Holds that grudge. Okay, Shed. I'll make it. I don't know if he's in the chat or not. You might want to text him, tell him Pick is talking trash about the Cowboys right now because that's what
Yes,
beef
Lord.
in the news.
Yes, Lord.
All right, so we got the NFC East that we're going to talk about, which is our last division here on the NFC side, right? We got the Philadelphia Eagles, the returning Super Bowl champs, at minus 157. We got the Washington Commanders in this division as well. The Dallas Cowboys are in this division, and they can't sign Micah Parsons because he just wrote a 5-page essay about why he doesn't want to be with the Cowboys. The New York Giants are quietly trying to get better, but until they find who their quarterback is and they fire their head coach.
Come on now. Don't do Russell like that.
Hey, I'm giving you the storylines right now.
Until that two-stepping.
Until they fire that head coach and GM, or one of them's got to go. We don't know what the Giants are going to do, but I can tell you this. Here are the odds. The Giants are plus 1,900 to win the division, followed by the Cowboys at plus 550. Now, the Washington Commanders are at plus 235 to win the division. The Philadelphia Eagles, I already gave that to you, at minus 157. Push, be damned. Frankie Louvu over the top. That's what I'm going to tell you. Travis, how do you see this thing?
I'm not getting anywhere near the Eagles for anything. I'm not betting them for Super Bowls. I'm not betting them for divisions. I'm not betting their win total. You just can't win any money with the Eagles. They're too damn good.
Yep.
I like the Commanders over 9.5 wins. I'm going to pay a little bit of tax, minus 125, because I feel safe. I think this team wins 10 games, no problem. I think they're a wild card team, no problem yet again. I think they go on a deep playoff run yet again, no problem, and I'll bet them there too. So give me over 10.5 wins. Over 9.5 wins for the Commanders at minus 125.
All right. Say it. How do you see your Philadelphia Bulldogs doing?
Oh, they already done showed up, player. Defense has showed up during training camp. If you ain't paid attention, because I get alerts every now and then, they've showed up during training camp. Yep. They got Jalen Carter just whipping offensive line. He just said all the rip. He ain't even playing. You know what? Lay down on my team. Anyway, Philadelphia's playing very well so far at practice. They look pretty good out there. They're gonna be tough to beat this year. They improved on the defensive line by adding that young man from was it North Carolina, I think it was. It doesn't matter. They say he looked like he's been there all his life. They're gonna be the team to beat in this division. I'm just sorry. When you got 5 people that's crushing the pocket and you can play zone behind them. It's hard to do.
Just so y'all know, this is Say's last day on the show. Just so y'all know.
Said, this is how good they are. Nick Sirianni can win Super Bowls. That's how good they are. That guy's a moron.
He is.
And somehow they are so good, it doesn't even matter. Any of us can coach that team and win Super Bowls.
Well, they say that you win despite your coach. Some teams can win despite their coach. Right. This is one of those teams that's led by the leaders on the team. This is that culture that Dan Quinn is building.
Don't say Dan Quinn, but we're gonna skip past that. So
another grudge.
We're gonna go out to Washington and Dallas. Washington has to get the number 1 man in there. They have to get him signed. If he decides to boycott the first part of the season and to the point where you have to play those few games to get credit for the year, that's gonna be tough on Washington. It is what it is. I keep telling people, team chemistry is team chemistry. It's easy to dump off the ball when you know your boy is always going to be where he's supposed to be at, and that's what Terry was. That's what Terry is for the current quarterback. Now Dallas, Dallas has new weapons on the outside. There's been reports coming out that he's the real deal. I haven't seen any tape. I can't put nothing to it. I just was some of the reports I read today as I was coming back to the house from work. It's saying George Pickens is a real deal out there. He's gonna turn around and make CeeDee Lamb into an all-star because people have to double one side or the other.
Yeah.
And the Giants, they got Malik Neighbors.
Yeah.
You know, they got Russell Wilson who gonna force the ball to Malik Neighbors because Malik Neighbors is gonna be open. Let's be realistic. It's the reason why DJ got his contract. You know, he was getting some of the balls forced to him as well. Even after he left, he was getting some of the balls forced to him. Pause. So the Giants had to get themselves together. And if they get themselves together, this could be a very interesting division this year. That coming back. The Giants resurgence of the Giants. Washington, are they better than they were last year? And Philadelphia, can they repeat? I still think Philadelphia wins the division. Until you have 5 people that can block that offensive line, minus having to double somebody, this is gonna be hard for any team because they're gonna play zone behind it and they're gonna kill all wide receivers and tight ends.
I got you. All right. So we got 2 teams out of the East. We got Philly and Washington. We got 2 teams. Was it 2 teams out of the North? It was Detroit and
Green
Bay. Detroit and Green Bay. We got 1 team out of the South, Atlanta.
No, 2.
2, Atlanta and Tampa.
Yep.
All right. And then we got 1 team out of the West, which was the Rams.
That's right.
So that's all 7 playoff teams right there. All right. Let's make this real short and sweet. Who do you have going to the conference finals?
So I have Baltimore in the AFC. In the NFC, I just don't know how I can't take – I don't know how I can't take the Eagles, man. I don't know how. I don't even want to bet them because there's no money in it.
Actually, for them to be the NFC champs, they are plus 325.
I'll take it.
All right. So you got the Eagles and the Ravens. Who do you have winning the Super Bowl?
I'll take Lamar, 6-1. Big stage, his moment. We've seen Jalen Hurts there a few times. This will be Lamar's first rodeo. I think he gets it done.
Big trusses is what they call them. Okay, Trav, I got to ask you about 2 other sports real quick.
All right.
And then I'll tell you why I'm asking you about these sports. Okay, the NBA, we see Luka Doncic as he left Dallas and he's doing his revenge bod tour.
Yep.
So cover of Men's Magazine looking outstanding. Just signed a great deal with the LA Lakers. So my question to you is, who wins the NBA championships? And I know it's early, but who wins the NBA championship?
I mean, listen, it's hard to bet against the Thunder right now. They certainly look like they could be the team on the precipice of a dynasty. But, you know, I like what the Rockets have done this offseason. I love Ime Udoka. We love him around these parts in Boston. You know, it wasn't like he couldn't coach. He just had some transgressions. So you see what he's doing out there in Houston.
Yep.
You see their off season. I think the Rockets are going to be right there. Wemby can get healthy. I think the Spurs are going to be right there out west. Obviously, we know the teams in the East. It's not going to be the Celtics this year.
Nope.
You'll have the Knicks. You'll have the Magic much better. We'll see if the Pistons can put it together. Giannis decided to stay. I don't know why in Milwaukee, but they'll be there. And then obviously we know the Cavaliers. But I think right now for the price, you know, you can almost get the Thunder at 3-1, plus 250, plus 260, depending where you shop. I'd make that bet for them to repeat. I don't think that's a bad price at all.
All right. And the other sport that I'm going to ask you about real fast, and I know you like this sport too. You get it in early. You look at who's been there the last couple of years. You know I'm going to the ice. I'm going to ask you about hockey. So the Edmonton Oilers have been knocking on the door. The Florida Panthers have been unstoppable. The Hurricanes have looked good. Where are you going with hockey?
Yeah, I mean, listen, man, I'm still licking my wounds. I bet on McDavid every time he's been in the finals now, 2 years, and it doesn't matter. He keeps letting me down. I've lost so much money betting against the damn Panthers that I'm positive that if I bet on the Panthers this year, they will let me down. So I'm not going to get involved. I do like what the Vegas Golden Knights have done this offseason. That's a team we've seen, you know, time and time again be there when the smoke clears. I'm out on McDavid. He's a great player. I think he deserves a Stanley Cup. I'm not convinced he gets it in Edmonton. So I'm looking for a new love out west. I like Vegas. I like the Colorado Avalanche as well. Both around the same price points, 8 or 9 to 1, depending where you shop.
You got Vegas at 10 to 1 right now where I shop at right now. So
Even better.
So I'm gonna put Vegas there at 10 to 1 for you. Okay, Travis. So I gotta tell you this sneaky little thing that I've done for you. Okay. All right. So we did this. We had this crazy talk, right? I think it was last year. This guy predicted, maybe it might have been 2 years ago. This guy predicted it was because you was here in DC. This guy predicted all of the people that would win championships, and he cashed out at number 4, right? So you gave us the Seattle Mariners winning the World Champion, the World Series. That's plus 1,500, right? The next thing that would be up to bat for us would be the college football championship. You gave us Clemson, that's plus 1,000. Then it'll be the Super Bowl. You got the Ravens, and now we're talking basketball and hockey. Yes. So we're going to say that OKC has a 3 to 1 lead, right? And the Vegas Golden Knights are in a dog fight versus someone else. So are you cashing out with number 4, or are you riding it out?
Riding. I'll never cash out. Ride out.
All right. So we did this for a silly $10 bet, right? Just a silly $10 bet. We figured you spent $10 going to work in one day, right? Travis, you want to know what your $10 bet would pay?
Let me guess. I bet these odds. I mean, I'm going to say, are my odds 25 to 1? Am I close?
You're pretty close. Yeah, you're pretty close. You're pretty close. Well, I'm just going to show you.
Man, I can't see that. I'm old as hell. Can you see it, Sid? I'm old as hell, dog. I didn't even see Teddy E when he called me.
I'm just going to put it in the chat for you.
All right. I just want to know my odds. Maybe 30 to 1. I'm somewhere in there.
Oh, hold on. Wait. I didn't even put it in there. Hold on. Wait. I thought I typed it in.
25, 30 to 1. What do you think, Sid?
Yeah.
Sound about right? Or is it crazier? 464 to 1?
No, that's the payout.
That's the payout.
Oh, that's the payout. Okay, so what was I? 40 to 1?
I'll
take it.
Yes,
That's
sir. That was a monster. Oh, no, your odds were at your odds were 40 to 1.
I'll take that. That's not terrible.
That was crazy. I think maybe was it Lady A's or Al's that was a just ridiculous amount. It was like that ain't happening. Oh, it was yours? Yeah, because you put Atlanta to win the Super Bowl. That's why Sayers was so crazy right there.
That's the goal every year is to win the Super Bowl.
That's it.
Some people just don't have a chance.
Matter of fact, we're gonna have a twin city. The Bulldogs gonna win the championship, and the Falcons gonna go to Super Bowl. I'm gonna put it in there. You know what? I need to catch a run so I can get my ticket in.
Ooh.
This is why we say $10. Say it, just give it away. We say $10. Say it, just give it away.
Say it, living on the edge.
He's living right on the edge. He's living right on the edge. Travis, man, it was so nice catching up to you. Now, listen, I truly hope, and I say this in all sincerity, that Terry Talk comes to an end on your show this week. That Terry Talk that you have to come on and say, hey, you know what? It's over, New England. Terry's staying in Washington. And, man, I know you're still killing it up there. We still love you down here. It's always good having you on. Everybody gets excited to see you, man. We do appreciate you.
It's always family, man. It's always family between us and everyone in this chat. All of you guys know that. I appreciate all the support too. You know, from the TV show to the radio to the podcast to social media, everybody shows me so much love from back home, man. And, you know, home is always where the heart is. So I miss everybody. And I always tell you same thing, Pick. anytime you throw that bat signal up, you know I'm coming, baby.
Yeah,
Let's
yes,
go.
sir. Yes, sir. So I do have this question to ask you. Are you going to be out at the camp this week? Because everybody's coming up, and they're going to have you on.
I will. I'll be at the joint practice on Wednesday, so look for me, man. Come holler at me.
Oh, you're going to be on everybody's show. So y'all might as well get ready for Travis the Rundown, Radio, Road, TV, all of them. They're going to be out there, man. So we do look forward to seeing you back on our side on our airways. When you see B. Mitch, because I know you're going to hang out with B. Mitch, punch him in the head for me and tell him that's from Pick, and I'll see him in late August. So, yeah, just say, hey, B. Mitch, don't put me in a chokehold. It's from Pick.
Yeah, hell no. I'll tell you right now, man, when I see B. Mitch, I give him a hug. The last thing I want to do is do anything where he trying me like he did Anthony Haney when he choked him out on live radio. I don't want no parts of that, dog.
Yeah,
no problems.
Well, tell him roll up on Ant for you. Say roll up on Ant. Pin him against the wall for me.
No doubt, man. I appreciate y'all, boys. Good seeing you too, Sad, bro.
Good seeing you too, my brother.
Sir.
All right, guys.
All right. Well, listen, y'all know what it is, right? Shouts out to my son, United States Air Force, First Three Podcast, second to none. Come get some. Tell him, say it.
No doubt.
One word, 4 letters. Hen, yeet.
It's wartime, baby. This what you signed up for. This what we worked hard for. You for. Y'all the first string. Y'all gotta go set the tone now. Hey, let's go. Lace 'em up, it's the First String Podcast Show. Hey, let's go. They spitting facts on the First String Podcast Show. Hey, let's go. Let's go. Hey, let's go. 'Cause it's time for the First String Podcast Show. Hey, let's go. Lace 'em up, it's the First String Podcast Show. Hey, let's go. They spitting facts on the First String Podcast Show. Imagine talking sports, having fun with the fam. At a starting lineup, First String is what you have. An entertaining stream with the Pro Bowl cast. When the viewers chime in, they gon' answer what you ask. Representing for the Queens, yeah, we got Lady A. A super knowledgeable woman who can break down any play. Said from the South, so he read GA. The Falcons, the Bulldogs, the whole Peach State. Drunk Uncle Al, only way you can describe him. Every time he crack the mic, you know he gon' be wildin'. Last but not least, it's my man Toothpick. Commanders is a squad and he the captain of the ship. So if you feel the vibe, go ahead and tune in. Like, subscribe,